Could Klay Thompson's contract be coming for the Golden State Warriors? Which is exactly what we're going to talk about in the first half of this show. On the back half, people are saying Steph Curry's in a slump. They're saying he's tired. A, I would be tired if I had to carry a lot of the Warriors games, but B, I think he's just hitting a little less shots than he normally does. We're going to break down Steph Curry's slump on the back half of this show, but first and foremost, Steve Kerr just got a contract extension. Steph Curry has a contract through 2026. Could Klay Thompson be the next one? Well, the reason why you guys turn on your notifications here is because if Klay Thompson does get a contract extension with the Golden State Warriors, we're going to have it right here. The Warriors Today channel currently has 61,600 subscribers. Thank you very much. Only 10,000 of the 61 do have their notifications turned on, which is about 17%. I'm trying to at least get to 18% here. All you guys have to do is hit that little bell icon for me, and you're going to be completely in the know. Let's break down Steph Curry and Steve Kerr's contracts here. Steve Kerr did just sign a 2-year, $35 million contract extension, making about $17.5 million a year, the highest paid NBA coach in the league. His contract will remain throughout the 2025-26 season. Steph Curry is earning $115 million for the last 2 years of his contract, which, surprise, surprise, ends in 2026. So these two will be together until their contracts are over. Whether or not that means Steph Curry retirement, Steve Kerr retirement, nonetheless, they're now a bonded pair. However, Klay Thompson could have signed a max deal in this offseason, and technically he still can. That would be $223 million. But the way that he's been playing and the role that he now provides to the Golden State Warriors, it's pretty unrealistic. It's probably more of a no-go than anything. Just like how Dunleavy and the Warriors offered him a 2-year, $48 million contract in the offseason, and he said no. Well, now Klay was told he's not going to be in the starting lineup. He's been coming off the bench, which is what he should be doing. And a new report came out from ESPN's Kendra Andrews saying that Klay Thompson was told he'd be coming off the bench before it was announced to the social media world, in the roster, all of that mumbo jumbo. Steve Kerr sat down with Klay Thompson and told him, "You're coming off the bench." He was irate. He flipped out on Steve Kerr and their assistants and walked out. He then came back later and apologized, as anybody normally would, especially a guy that's been starting for 12 years, just got told, "You're coming off the bench." How would you react? I'm probably reacting the exact same way Klay Thompson did. But here's the difference of why Klay Thompson is doing better now is because he's making himself of value again. He's been trying all season long to be 2019 Klay Thompson. He's gone. But now he's unlocked this 2023-24 Klay Thompson, which is coming off the bench, and he's absolutely thriving right now. 95.7 The Game pointed out what Anthony Slater had to say on the show this morning, saying Klay is playing really well off the bench. Gary Payton is healthy right now. He's a defensive option you can throw into an important moment. Their rotation is very well built and healthy without Wiggins right now, who is out indefinitely dealing with personal reasons. I think this puts him in a decent position to keep winning. Keeping Klay coming off the bench does help the Warriors win. We have seen that since the All-Star break, since they have come back from the All-Star break. But if Klay wants to stay, he needs to take less than $20 million a year, in my opinion. You've got way too many players to afford. You also want to give Jonathan Kuminga an extension at some point, so Klay Thompson is going to have to take one for the team, maybe average about 18 minutes to 22 minutes a game, and just come off the bench. That will put his ego to the side, and hopefully he will become the ultimate sixth man of the year next year. If you guys do want Klay Thompson to retire a Warrior, which he has said in numerous interviews, this is the team he wants to end with, go on ahead and type 11 in the comments, because I personally do hope Dunleavy will offer him a contract to at least stay in the Bay Area for a year or two more. If not, I do hope free agency suits him well, but I do think he's finally found a reason and a position that he should stay with the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry, is he in a slump? We're going to find out in just a few moments, but before I break down Steph Curry and what he's been doing since the All-Star break, let me break down our sponsor on Warriors Today, Prize Picks. If you guys love playing Prize Picks, you're going to love this part even more. College basketball is officially in full force. It's almost tournament time. It's almost March Madness time, and Prize Picks has you covered with everything you need to know. However, if you guys are not much of a college basketball fan, I'm not particularly. I do prefer the professional basketball, so in my picks, I do have Steph Curry having more than 5 assists. While his shooting may be down a little bit, his assists are rising. He's about 5.7 assists per game right now since coming back from the All-Star break, so obviously I'm going to take more. Giannis, I'm going to take less as the Bucks are trying to find their footing here, but this is why I love Prize Picks. All you have to do is pick a minimum of 2 players, maximum of 6, and just pick more or less on their projected stats for that night, and you can win up to 25 times your money on any entry. All you guys have to do is go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use promo code CLNS for a first-time deposit match up to $100 and watch yourself win some real money in real time. The Warriors have numerous East Coast teams to play over the next 6 games. They're on night 2 of their 6-game Eastern Conference run. Well, Steph Curry's returning to Madison Square Garden tonight. The last time Curry was in Madison Square Garden, history was made. 2,974 made 3-point shots, which does make him the NBA all-time 3-point leader, passing Ray Allen and Reggie Miller. Steph Curry needs another night in MSG like this one. Maybe not a record-breaking night, but you know what I mean. He needs to be on fire. He needs to feel himself and the dominant shooter that he has been for his entire career. That is why a lot of people are saying he's in a slump, is because the numbers he's produced since the All-Star break, well, they're not showing Steph Curry numbers. However, it does speak pretty highly of him to still be scoring 21.5 points per game the last 4 games. Like I said, nearly 6 assists, but this is where it gets a little concerning. 36.5 from the field, 27% from a three-point line. That is not Steph Curry. So Steve Kerr naturally says he looks a little tired. And he's allowed to get tired. I understand that, especially when you're producing majority of the Warriors' points night in and night out. But still, is that really what's going on here? Because this isn't the first time Steph Curry has gone into a so-called slump. In 2022, when Steph Curry did come out of the All-Star break, he went 10 for 33 from the three-point line. In the first 3 games that he played coming out of the All-Star break, that's 29% from the three-point line. I mean, that's horrific for somebody like Steph Curry. But I get it. Once you have a week off, you got to start finding your rhythm. And that's all Steph Curry is. It's complete rhythm and talent. And that is what he needs to get back to. However, a reporter did ask Steph Curry, dude, are you tired? How you feeling? What's going on? And Steph Curry immediately shut that down. He said, nah, it's why they're called averages. There's highs and lows. The standard you set when you don't meet it, there are questions. Are your legs tired? No. And that is very fair to Steph Curry's point. He can only be Steph Curry so much. Every single player will go through a span of 5 games where a shot is just not hitting the way it normally does. And for Steph Curry, he shoots upwards of 16 to 20 3-pointers a game. He's lucky. He's great. He's fantastic almost every night that he is shooting those, but sometimes they're not going to fall. There are some other reasons that's not he's just tired. Maybe the workload of off-ball movement. Steph Curry continuously is cutting when Brandon Pajemski's at point guard and trying to make some offensive sequence happens. Steph Curry very rarely stands still or waits in the corner for somebody to throw him the ball. He is a constant movement passer. However, there is a new rotation. Without the Splash Brother, the guy he's played with for 10 years, he's no longer in his starting lineup. He's dealing with a new rotation as well. And he's constantly being guarded by multiple guys at one time. The number one rule, I would assume, of every team playing the Warriors is cover Steph Curry. There's a lot of reasons why Steph Curry's shot may not be falling, but he's tired? That's a lazy reason for me. And plus, the Warriors have yet to reach their ceiling, in my opinion. It sucks because the way Klay Thompson's been playing right now and Steph Curry seems to be going through a slump, I'm waiting for the two of them to be on the same page. Because the game that Klay Thompson hits 30 off the bench and Steph Curry hits 35 in the starting lineup is the day that it will be incredible to see what this dynasty has come to. When Andrew Wiggins returns, when Chris Paul and Klay Thompson and Gary Payton II are completely, fully healthy, it's going to be magical when all the Golden State Warriors aspects they've been dealing with all season long finally click. that is when they're going to fully be contenders, because I do not think they have reached their ceiling yet, and it's almost play-in contention time. So, do you guys think Steph Curry's in a slump, or do you just think there's a lot of moving parts here? Andrew Wiggins is out. Klay Thompson's in a new role. He's constantly got a lot of off-ball movements he has to worry about. Do you think he's in a slump? Just let me know. Go ahead and comment why or why not down below. And like I said in the first part of this video, we have 61,600 loyal fans of Warriors Today by Chat Sports. I'm appreciative of every single one of you guys. But I also am looking out for you, and I just want you guys to be absolutely involved with everything Golden State Warriors. So all you guys have to do is turn on your notifications. That way you just get notified when new things happen and we post out content. Simple as that, and you guys will know everything you need to know about the Golden State Warriors. So just hit that bell icon and subscribe.